Rethink Pain Workshop, empowering mind, body, and spirit.
Have you ever had someone tell you the pain that you feel, it's all in your head? Well, I'm here to tell you that pain is 100% real. Professor Dumbledore knew this when he was talking to Harry Potter at the end of the series. After Harry Potter was struck down in the Forbidden Forest by Voldemort, he appeared in what was a cleaner version of King's Crossing and saw Dumbledore. Through their conversation, Harry realizes he actually has a choice to either go on or go back and fight. Harry asks, "Is this real, or is it just all in my head?" Dumbledore replied, "Of course it is happening inside your head, Harry, but why on earth should it mean that it's not real?" So let's look at this from a neuroscience point of view. Is pain all in your head? Technically, pain is all in your brain. But how do we know this? No brain, no pain. No body, still pain. There's studies done from Eric Kandel on sea slugs. Now what he did was give these sea slugs little electric shocks and then looked at what their brains did. Now these brains in the sea slugs only have about 20,000 neurons compared to ours, which is about 86 billion. Those sea slugs changed their brain in ways that they would then avoid that negative stimulus, that electric shock afterwards. So anything that has a brain can feel pain, whether it's a sea slug, us, dog or a cat or a fish. If you have a brain, you can feel pain. No body, still pain. Have you ever met anyone with an amputation? Sometimes after someone has an amputation, they can feel phantom sensations or even pain. How is that possible if the limb isn't even there? That's because the part of the brain that moves and feels that hand is still active. If this is your brain, spinal cord, you have two parts of the brain, your motor and sensory strip, that are still actively trying to make sense of the world. And that can sometimes cause pain. Some people can feel the same kind of pain with joint replacements. There are no signals coming from the joint replacements. However, the brain perceives that they're there and can sometimes feel the same as it did before the joint replacement. It's kind of like an overprotective mom that's grounding you for something that you could have done, but you didn't. This time, at least. So, anything with a brain can feel pain. And even if you don't have a body part, you can still feel pain. So where does that leave us? That leaves us working with the brain. So technically, it's not all in your head, it's all in your brain. Back to Harry and Dumbledore. I believe that the conversation that they had in King's Cross validates people with invisible conditions. An invisible condition is one that shows no outward signs of the illness, but can significantly impact someone. These are things like persistent pain or even depression. Did you know that J.K. Rowling herself talks openly about depression that she had? After a short marriage failed and she was left raising her little one on her own, she said that she had these feelings. She described it as a numbness, a coldness, and an inability to be able to feel happy again. All of the color drained out of life. Did you also know that the Dementors in Harry Potter are a metaphor for depression? Mind blown, right? In order to fight a Dementor, you had to hold on to a happy thought, and it was one of the most difficult spells in the magical world. Rowling overcome her depression by writing the first Harry Potter book, and now she's a multimillionaire. So when Harry is talking to Dumbledore, he is legitimately deciding if he should live or die. And there's very real consequences to the real world. And all of this is just happening all in his head. But does that make it any less real? Comment below if you've been told it's all in your head when it comes to the pain that you feel. Or maybe if you've said that to someone for the last time. Check out the other videos for more pain techniques and tips. And please subscribe so you can keep up to date with everything that we're doing. Until next time, keep living and loving life to its full potential.